Lesson number 96 is about multiple term equations. And our first question asks us to solve. We have 4x plus 2 plus 3x minus 2x is equal to 12. And our first step in this problem is going to be to figure out how many total x's we have. Well, we have 4 x's to begin with, and then we have 3 more x's. And from that we have to subtract 2 x's. So 4x plus 3x, that's 7x. And 7x minus 2x, well 7x minus 2x, that must be equal to 5x. So now we can rewrite, because we're going to get 5x plus 2, because that's left over, our constant, is equal to 12. And now all we have is a two-step equation to solve. We need to multiply some number times 5, add 2 to it to get 12. Now you might be able to think of what that is mentally. 5 times what is 10? Because 10 plus 2 is 12? Well, you might have the answer. Let's see if you got it right. We're going to subtract 2 on both sides because we're trying to figure out what x is. And we're going to get 5x plus 0 is equal to 10. So 5 times what number is equal to 10? Well, it must be equal to 2. X must be equal to 2 because 5 times 2 is equal to 10. We've got our final answer. We got it by adding our like terms, then by going through our two-step process to find our answer. We could check our answer. In order to check our answer, we'd substitute a 2 in for each of our x's and see if the left side is 12 and the right side is 12. Let's go through that. 4 times 2 plus 2 plus 3 times 2, because x is 2, minus 2x. The whole thing, instead of 2x, we need to put our value for x in of 2. And the whole thing should be equal to 12. Let's see if that's right. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 plus 3 times 2 is 6. Minus 2 times 2 is 4. Well, is that equal to 12? Let's see. 8 plus 2 is 10. And 10 plus 6 is 16. And 16 minus 4, that is definitely equal to 12. We know we got our answer right. We can box it and move on to our next question. Here we have another problem that we have to solve. Our first step is going to be to figure out how many x's we have on the left side of our equation. So we have 3x minus x. Well, 3x minus 1x, that would be 2x. And 2x minus 4 more x's? Well, that would have to be equal to negative 2x. So on our left side, we can see we're going to get negative 2x minus 3, because that's our constant, will be equal to, well then we have to figure out our x's on the right. We have 5x minus 2x, 5x minus 2x. That must be 3x plus 12. Now in order to solve, let's bring all of our x's to the left-hand side of our equation. We're going to subtract 3x, and we're going to subtract 3x. That way, we're able to figure out eventually what x is going to be equal to. Negative 2x minus 3x must be negative 5x. Minus 3 is equal to 3x minus 3x, that's 0. This is equal to 12. Now our next step is going to be to add 3 to both sides, because we're trying to isolate the x. And we get negative 5x is going to be equal to 12 plus 3. That's 15. Then to find our answer for x, we can divide both sides by negative 5, because that's equal to 1, so we get x by ourselves. 15 divided by negative 5, well that's negative 3. So we've got our answer. X is equal to negative 3. We could check our work by substituting this value back in for each of our x variables to make sure the left side equals the right side. It does. We've got the correct answer. You know it's correct, and you can move on to the next question. Our lesson practice will be on page 299. Make sure you've got your notes complete, and I'll see you during our next class.